Hello, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Today our guest host is Kathy Pike, of course one of our animal control officers, been with the agency for a long time and does amazing work here to help the animals in our community. So really appreciate Kathy for taking on this assignment today and everything that she does to help animals in Ames. So let's meet Kathy and some furry friends available for adoption at the Ames Animal Shelter.
Our first guest today here is Donahue. Donahue is about 3 years old. He's like a lab chow mix, I believe. Not really sure on all the mixes, but at the end of the day, he's still just stinking cute. Handsome boy here with his little bow tie. If you guys checked out our Facebook page or if you follow us on TikTok, he had a video of a day out where he went to the local pet store, Treats on a Leash. He went and got, I think, a pup cup at Scooters and went around to a couple other places. He does great on leash from what they found out. Everybody loves seeing him. He was a gentleman on that leash. He would be good with possibly other dogs, you know, slow introductions with meeting and stuff, how you kind of do just to be sure, but he has shown to be fine with that. He does kind of have a prey drive for small animals like rabbits and, you know, we wouldn't want him to be around guinea pigs or anything like that. So we also say no to cats. We haven't tested him with cats, but because of that prey drive, we would just rather play it safe and say no cats in the home. He is great with kids though, men and women, just a very good gentleman here. As you can see, he's just kind of hanging out, just looking at stuff, not bouncing around or anything. He is about 3 years old. He is a transfer from the Creston Humane Society. He lived there since August of 2023. Other than them just being kind of a smaller place and maybe not having a whole lot of outreach to people to check for adoptions, is about the only thing we can realize or figure out as to why he may not have been adopted already. So he's been with us for a little bit here. He's doing great, and we hope to be able to find his forever home soon. Our next guest here today is Miss Bella. She's just under 2.5 years old. She came to us as an owner surrender. The previous owners have had her entire life. They got her from a breeder in another state, we believe maybe Arkansas. But she's lived with them her entire life until now. Unfortunately, they could no longer continue to care for her. But she is a very sweet girl. She gets along with other dogs. She does get along with the kids. She lived with them in the home previously. We do say no cats though, as she does have a pretty high prey drive and probably would not be a good friend to them. So that would probably be about the only thing that she's really not good with from what we've seen and been told. The other thing is that, you know, as typically with bully breeds, is that there may be some food allergies or just allergies in general that she has. She does, especially in the summer. She did come in running loose to us, and she did have some pretty itchy skin. Sometimes that's seasonal allergies, sometimes that could be food related. It does sound like, based on the difficulties of caring for her, she was getting different types of food just depending on what they were able to afford. And with bully breed dogs, sometimes that can have some issues for their skin, causing some itchiness. So her having a consistent, well-balanced diet would be key. And that kind of goes for everybody anyway, but especially with her, with the possibility of having some of those skin issues. But otherwise, she's a very sweet girl. She's very excitable. She could use some work, you know, on leash. She gets very excited, and so she does pull a little bit, but she does listen really well too. So very good girl who'd be a great member of the family so long as you don't have any cats. So this is Bella. And our next guest today here is Miss Tori. Tori is an English Labrador Retriever, so when she stands up, you'll kind of see she's a little bit more short-legged than the average lab that you're typically, you know, used to seeing. So she's got a little bit shorter legs. She's a little chunky. She's got her winter weight on her, but she's about 2 years old. She's a very sweet girl, very energetic though. Not a whole lot of manners. The people who had her originally just kept her outdoors on the farm, and then the most recent people just weren't able to kind of handle her excitability. And so therefore she has come here so that we can find her a new home. Very smart girl though. She just needs some guidance on being able to, put those manners to good use on, not jumping, not pulling on the leash. As you see, even laying down, she can't help but just wiggle that tail. Yeah, super happy girl. Probably based on her excitability and stuff right away, probably wouldn't be a good fit with a home with a cat. As long as they could get away from her, she might be okay, but that prey drive from being outside on the farm may kind of be a little too strong nowadays. But and for kids, probably older kids, just because of her excitability and as much as she wags, even though she's got those short legs, she's kind of got a big body and can maybe knock over. Obviously not to be mean. She's just super excitable and apparently doesn't like my treats, but she will take them. She just won't eat them. But she's a very sweet girl. She will be spayed before she leaves. She'll have her microchip, all the things that we do for the dogs, rabies vaccination, heartworm tested and started on preventative. She'll be basically fully vetted before leaving, but a very sweet girl, very excitable, but like I said, very smart and definitely workable to be able to get some of those manners under control, to just, like here, she can finally calm down, just lay, realize everything's just fine, but ready to go and do whatever it is you want to do. She just wants to be your buddy, be with you. If you want to go for a run, you want to hang out on the couch after a little bit of play, because she does need to burn off some of that energy, she is up for it. So if you're ready to have I have affectionately nicknamed her Tori the Tornado, just because of how excitable she is and how much she'll turn in circles just to get your attention, and wag that butt as happy as she is. So if you're ready to have your own little tiny tornado, then Tori's your girl.
Well, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you showing some of our furry friends available for adoption at the Ames Animal Shelter. Make sure you complete that adoption application at amesanimalshelter.org. We'll get you approved and schedule a time for you to come down and meet those individuals that you're interested in meeting and see if they're going to be a good fit for your family. Appreciate your time and thank you for watching.